Good morning, One Direction maniacs. This is a little bit of a different view. This is the basement think tank. That is the basement bar. If it's your first time here, welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I look absolutely lovely today because it is freezing down here. This is a super requested video. We're going to do Louis Tomlinson from One Direction. Um, Basically going to focus on his relationship with Eleanor Calder. So I know all of you One Direction fans are completely rabid. So if I get anything wrong, just let me know in the comments. If you have any comments about it, comment in the comments. Again, disclaimer, I am not a huge One Direction fan. My first One Direction reading was a request from my one of my BFF's daughters. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the temperature on the relationship. Now, I do understand that he has a son with another young lady, and I just sloppy shuffled. Sloppy shuffle tarot. And I'm back on my ball chair. I'm also going to change the view when I start doing the actual reading. I'll flip the camera around. I have the ability to do that. Hopefully it's going to work out. I do understand that he has a son with another young lady. I think her name's Brianna and Eleanor Calder, and he have had a relationship for about 10 years. So that's a long time. Uh, so we're going to see what's going on with that. I got a bunch of different decks, and we'll see where we're led with this. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can get a view of the cards. So I think this is a pretty good view. And I don't have any of my pads down or anything, so we're just going to do it this way. So let's tap into Louis first. Let's see what's going on with him. I hope you're all having a great day. Been doing some weird stuff with my cards. When I cut them, sometimes I cut them upside down. Very strange. Move this out of the way. Move these up. I'm so excited I could do two views now. Uh, so we'll leave it at this for just now. Okay, so what we've got the moon under there. That means that there's something that he's hiding. Wondering if maybe this is an engagement or a Christmas engagement. Sometimes, those of you that follow my channel, I do touch the cards to get a little bit more intuitive information. I also handle my trifecta of crystals from aliciawicker.com. You can go on over there. She's another reader. She's amazing. And she also has a crystal shop online. So she's pretty cool. These are actually little psychic crystals. They help out. There's something hidden here. It feels like a good thing, and the Hierophant crossing that tells us that there is a noble cause behind it. So this isn't, something sketch like, he's got another girlfriend on the side. I don't get that kind of vibe from it at all. In the past, he just wasn't saying the right things. He was not being entirely honest. I don't want to say not truthful. I don't want to say deceptive, but he wasn't being entirely honest about the situation. Again, I'm not getting the sense that this is a negative thing, that he is lying to her, like, has a girlfriend on the side or anything like that. I'm not getting that kind of a sense. The sense that I'm getting from it is that he just was not telling her the whole story because it just wasn't necessary. Sometimes it's better to not tell the whole story, and just what they don't know won't hurt them, kind of thing. This is our death card, of course, on the top. Slow change. This is considering making slow changes. Now, having another child does complicate future relationships, especially when there's a lot of money involved and he is worth a significant amount of money. So, having that slow change, being very careful, treading lightly is what this card is really letting us know. Um, Now, the Eight of Cups is an interesting card for me. Um, this is leaving something that's okay for the unknown. Maybe making a move to something better, but when we have mountains, you always want to consider that that is some kind of challenge ahead. There may be some challenges ahead. There may be some. Hang on, just want to. Yeah, we're going to take that off. There may be some challenges ahead. There may be some things that won't be easy. This isn't like easing into a warm bath. So, but it's leaving something that's good for an unknown. So, just putting it out there. I'm feeling like there's going to be an engagement. I'm just saying. He does not, however, feel equipped to do this. He's not quite, he doesn't have all of his ducks in a row. It's not that he's not emotionally capable. It's not that he's, resistant to the commitment, but he just doesn't have all of his ducks in a row. I think he needs to get a few things in order before he does move forward. But I'm just going to put it out there. Possibly Christmas engagement, possibly February, Valentine's Day is coming up. Let's see. Is there an engagement coming up? Engagement. We're going to switch decks too because I like the Llewellyn for my relationship readings. This was just kind of getting a handle on him. Do we have an engagement coming up? Engagement coming up. I know all of you all are going to be so sad. Look at that. I told you. I keep flipping the cards upside down. It's crazy. Let me shuffle that again. Sloppy shuffle tarot. All right, one more time. Let's see if these are sloppy shuffles or if the universe is knocking cards out of my hand. Sloppy shuffle. Oh, we don't want that one. Let's do it again. I think those are all sloppy shuffles. Still drinking cappuccino today, so still trying to wake up. Still trying to recover from Thanksgiving. Holy crow, I feel like I gained 20 pounds for Thanksgiving. So, there's a higher knowledge. This is usually an engagement card. When we have that Knight of Cups, it's usually him coming and and making that engagement. But this is higher knowledge. He's tapping into what feels right, what his intuition is telling him to do. This really is moving forward with a high-minded thing. It goes with the Hierophant. So this is the intentions are very pure and very good, and he wants to make right. So and she is saying all the right things. She's got the plan laid out ahead of them. But there's a little bit of hesitancy on her part, and I get the sense that it's because of the actual wedding, because of the circumstances of the world right now and the restrictions and the jabs and all that. I feel like this is some hesitancy because it's not going to be the event that she wants. She wants something not huge, but a bit more robust than what they could do right now. So that I think is part of the conversation. So trying to find that balance between what they want and what they can get. Now, I have a friend who years ago used to shop at the Gap, and he was like, "Yeah, it's the gap between what I want and what I can get." So they're trying to figure out what the gap is, but this is definitely a moving forward. This is possible engagement, taking charge, and moving forward. So I'm just putting it out there. You can all call me out on the carpet later on, but I'm just getting the feeling that there's a bit more commitment coming up. So let's do this. Let's do a little bit of relationship action here. Okay. What is her name? Eleanor? Eleanor. I want to call her Ellie, though. I don't know if they call her Ellie. I want to call her Ellie. Ellie. Eleanor. Pretty name. Eleanor Calder is a very, very pretty name. Let's see what we got. Show me what you got. Hmm. Now, I usually read this deck um, upright, but I am reading it in reverse for all you lovely people. So, Hierophant, again, this is like a very high-minded idea. This is doing the right thing morally, spiritually, doing the right thing, but still trying to find the balance, and but coming to the end of the consideration. We're starting to come out of this is oops. This is our uh, resting and considering, kind of like the hangman. Okay, this is after deliberation, but it's a four. So remember, this is a foundation card. This is coming to a determination about the foundation. This is thinking about it, and this is getting to the end of it. So we're really starting to they're starting to gel some plans, making decisions, and coming to the surface. The judgment card is coming to the surface, making things a bit more public. Not quite as public as, say, the sun card. When we get the sun card, that's things being brought into the light, things being revealed. Not quite like that. A little bit different. Um, let me grab some water. I hope my mic did not pick up gulping. So we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. There's a little bit of complicated discussion on this. This is a little bit of a my way or the highway. I think this is really her struggling with the reality of what kind of wedding they could put together, or the logistics of it. I think the logic and the emotion here are turned upside down, so that they really just need to take a breath and figure out how they're going to do it, and stop thinking about what they want to do, how they want this this event to unfold. But in terms of the relationship, let's see what the relationship is all like. He's super cute too, by the way, all you One Direction people. He reminds me a lot of a rock star who I absolutely adored, named Charlie Sexton. He still performs, but he was like 17 years old when he put out his first album. And if you look up his first album, looks a little bit like Louis. But he's got big spiky 80s hair. He's super hot, super talented. Alright, so where's this relationship? It has the condition of the relationship. Let's see. Oh my. They're Ten of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, looking into the future, burden. So there's some inequity of finances here. That's one of the things that holds them back. I think that is her concern. I think the concern is that she's not an equal earner. But if you're dating somebody in One Direction, basically you have to be in your own One Direction band. So I think there's some concerns about that. I think that's been some of the conversations. I'm not getting the sense that he cares at all. I'm just not getting that sense. But she feels like she's just not earning enough, and is not an equal player. But he's telling her not to worry about that. The future looks bright. So that's a little bit of complication. Let's switch over to do some double major. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if we get we getting engaged? Are we getting engaged soon? Engaged. Definitely I'm getting an impression that they talked about just eloping, just going and getting married and just doing it. Getting the sense that he is saying that a bit more. Nothing wrong with running off to an island, getting married. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so past, present, future. I should have done these a little bit different. Sorry. So, in the past, this is the collaboration. Okay, so when we have the five cards, this is fives are working together, collaborating, trying to come to a mutual conclusion. There's a lot of energy in this. This deck has the volcano in the background and the Kundalini awakening here. This is the Kundalini awakening. There's a bunch of other stuff on here, but the wands are firepower. This is the volcano is exploding and creating change. This is working together with the earth to make new islands, to develop new things. It's not a destructive power, it is a creative power. So you want to keep that in mind. The fives can be struggle, strife when they are. The swords, but when we have the wands, we have five magical wands working together to create something amazing. Now, the Four of Wands, and if y'all remember from the other deck, the Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite, this is a little wedding scene. The Four Wands hold up the flowers of the chuppah, so this is, it's definitely a wedding scene. So present is marking that and making that happen. So again, we've got some mountains in the background. It's not going to be an easy road, but it's going to be well worth the journey. The blessings are here. We have everything that we need. This is blessings from the universe. So that's looking good. Now the death card is change. Okay, this particular deck, and again, this is the Star Tarot, which I loved based on the Thoth Tarot. It's fantastic. The death card has the phoenix in here. This is actually phoenix. So this is rebirth versus destruction. So you always want to think about that. And those of you that are just starting to read, this deck has a lot of imagery on it. One of the things that I do is I lean into whatever imagery pops out at me. Sometimes that's what sparks my intuitive conversation that I have in my head. So, this is a rebirth. Future is going to be some changes, but positive changes. So that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we'll do, actually, I think that was about it. That feels about right. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the different view. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. And thanks everybody for watching and commenting on the videos. I really appreciate it. I know I was gone for a week, but we'll be back on regular schedule starting this week. So happy Hanukkah to anyone who's celebrating, and I will talk to you all soon.